"Tell me, I entreat you, who and what are you?" said he at length. "Never have I met so remarkable a person as yourself." "Willingly," answered the stranger, "if indeed you feel any curiosity respecting one, now, alas, powerless to aid you in any way." "Say not so. You can console and support me by the strength of your own powerful mind. Pray, let me know who you really are." The stranger smiled a melancholy smile. "Then listen," said he. "I am the Abbé Faria, and I have been imprisoned, as you know, in this Château since the year 1811, previously to which I have been confined for 3 years in the fortress of Fenestrelle. In the year 1811, I was transferred to Piedmont in France. It was at this period I learned that the destiny which seemed subservient to every wish formed by Napoleon had bestowed on him a son, named King of Rome, even in his cradle. I was very far then from expecting the change you have just informed me of, namely, that 4 years afterward this colossus of power would be overthrown. Then, who reigns in France at this moment? Napoleon II? No, Louis XVIII, the brother of Louis XVI? How inscrutable are the ways of Providence! For what great and mysterious purpose has it pleased heaven to abase the man once so elevated, and raise up him who was so abased? Dante's whole attention was riveted on a man who could thus forget his own misfortunes while occupying himself with the destinies of others. "Yes, yes," continued he, "'twill be the same as it was in England. After Charles I, Cromwell, after Cromwell, Charles II, and then came James II, and then some son-in-law or relation, some Prince of Orange, a stadtholder becomes a king, then new concessions to the people, then a constitution, then liberty. Ah, my friend," said the Abbé, turning towards Dante, and then surveying him with the kindling gaze of a prophet, "you are young, you will see all this come to pass. Probably, if I ever get out of prison." Okay, confirmation. It was the Abbé Faria. We knew that. We're not going to pretend like we called anything that wasn't so obvious in the first place. But I don't know. This is kind of exciting to see a volley of words and ideas bouncing back and forth between Dante and another character that isn't trying to oppress him. One thing I kind of noticed in this turn, and I'm curious if it's going to have any lingering significance in the story, is that this is like the Abbé Faria is introducing ideas to Dante. In political stories or stories of imprisonment, there is often this idea of you can silence the man, you can't silence the idea once it's out, and the power that ideas can have to transform not only individuals but communities, the world. And I'm not saying it's anything as grandiose as that here, but we haven't seen Dante encounter someone who is expanding his mind in any way. And had Dante continued on his path, imprisoned or not, there would have been no challenge to have him start to think beyond the confines of what his experience was up to that point. So now this whole imprisonment situation is forcing him to think beyond his experience, and the encounter with Abbé Faria is introducing him to new ways of thinking. Maybe. Or maybe he's just going to witness the Abbé Faria, and they're going to attempt to escape together. And it's going to be like a midnight run situation where neither of them really changed by the end of it, but it was fun to watch. This is injecting a whole new energy into the story, and I know they're still in prison, but I feel like I can kind of breathe again. There's so much just kind of pressure for what Dante was going through initially, and now it's got this revitalization to it that makes me excited. I mean, I've never really lost my excitement for this story, so why don't we keep going tomorrow with more of this story, keeping this one short, and I'll introduce more of what I'm reading outside of the Count of Monte Cristo as we get to know each other a little bit. I'll give you a spoiler. It's not anything closely related to the Count of Monte Cristo at all. I like sci-fi books. Okay, I will meet you all here then. Please don't lose your way and find your way back to me. I miss you all. Thank you for being here. Okay, goodbye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.